morning, guys. It is a 30-degree day in the middle of January. Before I get into anything, can you guys please hit the subscribe button, like button, share with people, comment down below, and hit that notification bell. That would help us out a lot. All right. So this is going to be the first video in a couple months. So I'm going to show you guys the water tank, which we're using a little bit of a different water tank this time with the sheep. So this here's the water tank. Can see that it's tipping over a bit, so we may have to shut the thingy off a little bit on it, but we have it overflowing for an overflow valve. This is a new little thing that we're trying out here. We have a different float in here, this green float you can see down in there, with a frost-free valve or a thingy in it, so it's frost-free inside of it there. So that will definitely help a bit. This is a pretty cheap valve, so we don't know how well it's going to work, but it seems to be working for the most part pretty good. I am going to have to shut it off a little bit because it is flowing over the side, but yeah, that's our tank. And then we have it insulated up the hydrant here. You can see it is icicling down here. That's because I have a slight leak here, but it's not here, so we can't really get it fixed. You see how it's coming from here. It'll be okay for a little bit. But yeah, that's our sheep tank. Hi, Pumpkin. This is our donkey, Cinnamon. You can see she split off from the sheep. Here, there's a fence up splitting her off the sheep. That's because she was grabbing a hold of them, and we don't want hurt sheep. The only reason she's still in here is because our cows, we split the calves off of them. We're weaning them off. And if we put the cows in stress, we don't want them to take it out on the sheep. And we wouldn't want that because it could hurt the sheep pretty good with that. I'm taking 2 cows out from there that are bred. So I originally was going to take out 3, but I think 1 or 2 of them came back open. So we can't take those 2, but we'll take a different one that is bred, that's calm and okay with the sheep. Alright. I'm going to show you guys the hay. I will be putting hay out here in about 30 minutes to an hour. We use a hay trailer. If you guys haven't seen it, there could be a YouTube video somewhere with it in it. I'm gonna guess there probably is if you guys haven't seen it, but most of y'all probably seen it. And if you haven't, you can go look. There is one up on Facebook if you follow the Facebook thing. But you can see they cleaned this up really nicely, actually. You can see we put it in piles. We would like 6 piles down, all the way from up there, all the way down. It helps it. We put 4 or 5 flakes in each pile, and just come all the way back down. And the sheep eat that pretty good. We do throw about 5 flakes in with the donkey. Obviously the sheep will eat it a little bit, but I will just fork a flake or 2 from that pile over there into the donkey if need be. Hi buddy. It's Sherman. So let's go take a look at the sheep real quick because they're up behind the windbreak. We had a couple really bad windy days here, and the windbreak will keep wind off of them. So the windbreak really helps with keeping wind off of them so they don't get too cold. Now it is breeding season for these guys. We put our rams in, I want to say middle of December, sometime, kind of around Christmas-ish. We did get them in a little bit later, but that is okay because they will still hit breeding season for us. You can see they're gonna walk away from us here, but see they're huddled up under these, or around these windbreaks. It was probably pretty windy last night. Our wind chill factor is getting down pretty low where we are. I don't know if you guys are in that, but it's been getting really, the wind chill factor's been making it so it feels like negative degrees outside, even when it's not. So that helps with that. Well, let's look here. See, we have that black ram in here. He's still limping a little bit because he got charged by the big ram in here. If I can find him, I'll show him. But he got charged and his leg hurts him a little bit. But let's see if we can find. Oh, here's Big Boy. He's gonna walk away from us, of course. But we got two other pretty nice rams. And now our breeding season. Our breeding season is, we put the rams in December. We take them out on the first week of June. That helps with, stuff. Possibly the second week of June. It depends on that. And that'll make it so we're lambing in, let's see here. If we take it out in June, count 5 months. And that's when we're lambing. But April, May, June is when we want to be lambing. We could drop a couple later babies, but that's when we want to be lambing for our season. We try to do it in the dead of winter. That's what it usually has been for us. But we seem to have more trouble with the lambs getting too cold than anything, because the dead of winter is really hard for lambs to survive. But yeah, you can see Big Boy here. He's right there. He's a nice looking one. He's a really nice looking ram. Kept him. He's bred 3 times now, I want to say, and he's dropped nice lambs. But yeah, there's the sheep flock for you. We have minerals in over there, just to keep them. If you don't put minerals in, they won't have babies, and we want them to have twins, of course, for us. We had, I want to say, 6 sets of twins last year, which isn't great, but it's also not horrible because we were having 2 sets of twins every single year, which it's definitely different for everybody what they want. But for what we're going for is sets of twins. We don't treat anything, so we have never wormed this flock. We have never trimmed hooves or anything. Now, if we see a problem, like they get hoof rot, we'll just sell them or ship them to the sale barn. Usually we'll ship them to the sale barn. It really depends on what we're looking for here. But if they look like they aren't doing so well, or if they get out of our fence, we ship them. Getting out is a really hard, you don't want that, because it can cause issues. Definitely can cause issues with that. I do want to say here, so if your sheep are getting out, my sheep, they stay in pretty good. Unless they're on hay and they see green, juicy grass on the other side, then maybe. But if your sheep are getting out, check your voltage in your fence. For sheep, you want your voltage 7 kilovolts or higher. Usually we're running at 9, 10-ish, which is really, really high for us, but it keeps the sheep in, for sure. Another thing is, if you're running one wire, I see a lot of people running one wire and their sheep go over it. Put a top wire on it. You can see I have 2 wires here. Put a top wire on it. That'll show them that they can't go over it anymore, and then take it off, and that should hopefully help your problem. Question I get a lot asked about is, how do you train your sheep to stay in? Well, if you have like a net space where they can't get out, and you set a hot wire through the middle of it, whatever you're using, and throw hay or something that they like. I've seen them use oats too. My sheep aren't a big fan of oats, so I use hay. You throw hay on this side so they're up against, like right about here, right? And then you throw a little bit on the other side of the fence. And once they finish this, they'll try and reach through, and they'll get zapped and know that this fence is not good. I wouldn't worry about the babies. I see a lot of people complaining because their babies are out. Yeah, your young babies are gonna get out, especially when they're younger than a couple months old. But the thing is they'll get out and they'll stand on the very other side of that and bellow to mom, and it will get back in. It's not going anywhere. Trust me, it's not going out to the road or anything. It's gonna stay right where mom is, whether it's on the other side or not, which is, that's good. It should stay with mom. But I'm gonna show you the hay again. So what you guys want is, you want them to clean it up as much as you can get. Of course, you don't want, like, see, they pooped in a little bit. We don't want worms. This here's actually really good for us. They cleaned it up really nicely. You can see here they've cleaned these spots up really nicely as well. This here, yeah. There is a little bit more hay on these 2 piles up through here, but it's not enough to keep them for most of the day. But they still cleaned it up. You can see they've been laying in their hay, so there's a lot of poop on this stuff, but they did clean it up very nicely. We don't want worms to spread, because worms can cause a lot of issues, especially in the winter. They're really bad in the winter. These guys will get hayed, I want to say every 2.5, 3 days. Well, we hayed them Wednesday morning. For us, well, for me currently, it is Saturday morning, so 3 days, because I'm going to hay them after I get done here. But I just wanted to show you guys the sheep flock. Our sheep flock is really nice. It's the nicest it's ever been. We have about 70 breeding ewes. We got our 3 rams in right now. It's our sheep flock for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, smash that notification bell, comment down below, and hit the notification bell. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Bye.